up, guys, and welcome back to another day here at Whitley Auto Works. Today we're jumping right back into our Rustoleum custom mix series. That's where we pick different Rustoleum colors. We shoot pearls, flakes, candies, a little bit of everything over top to create new interesting color combinations that you guys might want to use on a future project. And then the fun part, you guys get to rate it. Let me know 1 through 5, 1 through 10 if you love it, you hate it. These are all test spray outs just to showcase different color combinations and get your wheels turning for your next project. And we've been kind of going through these lime candy concentrates. And if you don't know what they are, guys, it's a liquid candy additive that you can put in a mid coat or a binding agent of some sort, or even a clear coat like we're doing it here poor man style, to create a translucent color effect over top of certain bases, and then you seal everything more clear because it does hurt the UV protection. But anyways, I'll show you firsthand how this works today. We've been going through various different colors in this series, and now we're at, well, what do you get when you mix red and blue? We're going to do a candy purple today, guys. So here's the game plan. I got a fender prepped up behind me. I got Rustoleum gold, silver, gloss black, and a holographic flake I'm going to shoot over the gloss black base. So 3 different bases, and then we'll mix the candy additive up, shoot that over top to create the candy effect, and then you seal everything with more coats of clear. So the game plan today is we've got to put our Rustoleum down first on this fender behind me, and then we'll get into making a candy purple out of lime candy concentrate. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so we got our Rustoleum colors laid down, and now it's time for the fun part, the candies. Like I said, I've got 2 of these here today. They come in 4 different versions. They come in black, yellow, red, and blue. Obviously you can mix them and match them. There's a little scale on the back of them that actually tells you how to mix and match everything, and I'll show you that real close in a minute. And yeah, so I'm going to bring you guys in closer. We're going to mix up some candy purple using these 2 colors. Alright guys, so this is the 2 colors I'm using today. You got candy, which that's the red one, and then transparent blue. And like I said, there's a scale on the back of these that actually tells you how to mix and match these to create different colors. Typically you'll use their base coat, and then you add these candy concentrates together to create red, gold, blue, orange, green, purple, and even brown like a root beer. So today we're focusing on candy. And if you look right here, it wants 15% of the blue and 15% of the red. So basically, however much red you put in, you need to put that much blue in. Now, this is a test spray out today, so I'm not going to get 100% exact. And obviously, as you add different, mixture ratios to it, it will create different color combinations. So I'm going to give it a good bit of the red. And a lot of people had complained at first that I wasn't giving it enough candy. So I've tried to be a little less stringent with this. I tried to go ahead and give it the beans, so to speak. And yeah, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball it today. That should be pretty close there. Like I said, we're just having fun with these, creating different colors. And if you want it more of a darker purple or a lighter purple, or however, you can kind of experiment with these and mix and match them. So let's mix this together, and let's see if we can't come up with a candy purple. All right. So right off the bat, I'm getting a lot of blue. So you know what that means. The blue is very dominant in this mix. So what I might have to do is go back and add some more red, because I don't think I'm getting enough red. So let me splash a little bit more red in. All right, that should be good enough. And like I said, these are all trials. So, you might not get it perfect on the first shot. It is what it is. But we're going to really try to go for something cool, really cool purple. And a lot of times you can tell by the side of it. See how I'm getting purple on the side of the cup? that's kind of your indication of where you're headed and what you're going. So as I do that, it looks like we got kind of a dark purple candy. I think that's going to be it for us, guys. So you know what time it is. It's time to load up the R-Reader gun. Let's get to spraying. Alright guys, so I got my paint gun here loaded up with some of this crazy custom lime candy purple concentrate mix. This is my all-reader paint gun. It's an LVLP. It's got a 1.3 tip and I shoot at 28 psi wide open trigger. If you want to replicate my settings, feel free to. I'm going to do a light coat on this panel first, but consistency is key with these candy paint jobs. So I'm going to try to get it as consistent as possible, and then probably 2 or 3 coats, maybe more. It really just depends. It varies depending on color, but you'll see every coat. And yeah, then we'll take it out in the sun and see what we got. And we'll put the mask on. Let's get the spraying. so it's double spray outs today. We'll start off with the first one. Now this was over gold. Now this was a highly concentrated version of the candy. That's over silver. And then over the rainbow flake, well, you get it and you see it, but like I said, this is a heavy concentrate of the candy. Over here, I went half as much, guys. And this is over gold. As you can see, we got very much a burgundy effect. We got almost a pink effect right here over the silver. And this is over the color shift. Now, we're going to talk about each one in detail. And this really shows the difference when you add more concentrate into the mix over the colors and do different coats. Alright guys, so double spray outs today. As you can see, one of them is much darker than the other one, but both very cool in their own way. I've had a lot of you guys asking me about adding more concentrate into the mix. Some of you guys wanted less. Some of you guys have been asking about dark purples and stuff. So I figured this would be a good opportunity to kind of walk you through the different ones and show you. Now, I added a lot of concentrate in this mix, actually probably too much, and I added more blue than red in this mix right here. And you got some dark violets out in the sun. It's really pretty, but under normal light, I mean, you do get some colors, especially in this middle one right here. You definitely get a really deep, dark looking purple, but you know, for the most part, it got really dark. Now with this one, guys, with this one over here is much different than that one. That one, I did 3 coats with heavy concentrate. This one, I did half as much concentrate, but I ended up doing 5 coats on it. And this is what you end up with. I got like a burgundy right here, almost a pink, magenta right here. And then it showed up a lot more of the flake right here because you didn't get as much concentrate. So how much concentrate you add into these mixes highly changes the outcome. And this is just a great example I wanted to show you guys today. So we got double spray outs just to kind of showcase how drastic of a change you get when you add more or less concentrate into the mix. And that's why candy paint jobs are almost impossible to match because of stuff like this, because it is translucent and it's highly dependent on how much you add to it, and 9 out of 10 times you're not going to get it exact every time. So, but it can be done if you're skilled enough and you just really keep track of your measurements. So measuring everything out is crucial. Typically for these type of candy paint jobs, they say 16 ounces of this stuff to a gallon, and obviously you have to divide that accordingly if you're actually going to mix your and match your own custom colors. So all right, there you go. That's today's spray out. All right, guys, so double spray outs today with very different results. I upped the candy concentrate mix on this one right here. We did 3 coats with it. And then on this one right here, I halved the candy concentrate mix and I did 5 coats, guys. So more coats with less candy. And the results are very drastically different. Over here, we got a lot deeper, richer colors. Over here, we got a little more popular, vivider colors, guys. You got even a burgundy and a magenta, which was really odd, but if you think about it, when you add and mix red and blue, sometimes you will get more or less trying to fight and take for dominance. Blue tends to dominate red very easily, and I might have went a little more red in this mix and a little more blue in this mix, but it just goes to show you when you do these candy concentrates, you want to do spray outs first, and you want to plan your mixes and everything accordingly, because you can get drastically different results depending on how much you add into the mix. Also, if you decide to do a candy paint job full scale, you want to mix your whole mix at one time. Typically, line says 16 ounces per a gallon of this stuff. So you'll want to mix it all in one big batch and then just activate it as you need to accomplish your poor man's candy paint job. Or, like I said, you can always get a mid coat or a binder agent, put that over top of it, and then seal everything with clear. But I definitely recommend you going back and sealing everything with additional coats of clear after you get the look you want. That way it holds up the best and you have the best UV protection. But as always, guys, it ain't up to me. Rate these spray outs today. Which one is your favorite? And let's talk about it in the comments. Let me know what you thought. And if you have any questions, drop them below. If you made it this far in the video and you like what I'm doing, guys, if you like these line candy concentrates, the paint gun, the mask, Any of the stuff I use, links are always in the description. Just click Ask See on YouTube. It'll take you to my Amazon store where you can purchase everything I use on the channel for the same price I get it. It costs you nothing extra, like I said, and you get the benefits of Amazon Prime and everything else they have to offer. If you made it this far in the video and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, ring that bell notification so you get notified every time a new episode drops. We're all the time doing crazy spray outs like this, different tutorials, informational stuff, and full paint jobs, so you just never know what you're going to see next on Whitley Auto Works. Leave me a like and comment. Let me know what you thought of today's episode. And yeah, that's going to be it for me today, guys. I appreciate you for watching. I'm John from Whitley Auto Works. I hope you guys have a great day. God bless, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.